They slept shoulder to shoulder on the marble floor of the Capitol Visitor Center under the busts of our founding fathers. Hundreds of National Guard troops in uniform, rifles by their sides, called here to defend the core of what we hold most dear, our democracy. Troops have slept here just a handful of times, most prominently during the Civil War. During so many times of crisis, the Guard has been on the nation's speed dial, responding to natural disasters and unrest, from the civil rights movement to the racial justice protests that gripped the country last summer. As millions of Americans fell sick with an unrelenting virus, they built field hospitals and administered tests. And now we've called upon them again to ensure the peaceful and dignified transfer of power, the very bedrock of our government. They lost one of their own here a week ago, Capitol Police Officer Brian Sicknick, a veteran of the New Jersey Air National Guard. In the tense days that followed, units began arriving from around the country. Upwards of 20,000 Guard troops are expected to be deployed to Washington to protect this building, the lives of the lawmakers who work here, and the inauguration of our next president. Tonight, this is the state of our democracy. The halls of our Capitol resemble a military base. The stakes of this mission couldn't be any higher. And our thanks for their service. Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.